Alright, hello everybody, it's Sean T.D. Stewart, the Home Gamer, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. This is obviously not me playing a video game, but this is me doing a video on Magic the Gathering, a tabletop card playing game. If you're watching this video, you'll probably know what it is. But what I'm actually going to show today is something very unique, and I saw it online and had to check it out for myself, and I was fortunate enough to find one of these. So what this is a $29.99 mystery cube. This one specifically is from Target. Walmart has a similar one that is $20, and what it is this acrylic container that contained all of these cards. And they were in there in such a configuration that you could not readily discern the topics, or excuse me, the contents from the outside. They were actually put in alternating as such. The booster packs in the middle. I think this was the configuration. Something like this. Booster packs in the middle, and this promo card was sitting on the side as such. Actually, they would have been laying down. That makes much more sense. So yes, they're laying in the box as such. So this is how it came when you look in the store. And I picked this one specifically because of this pack right here. This right here is a significantly thicker deck within the box, almost double the size of the next largest deck in the box, which is indicative of a commander deck. A 100 card, 100 singleton card. So that's what I'm after, is the commander deck. Everything else is gravy or icing on the cake. So we're going to go ahead and open these packs. So we'll start off first off. You get this foil bristling Hydra. It's cool looking, but I'm pretty sure it's worthless. So I actually have my laptop in front of me, and I'm going to try to cover the value of some of the more valuable cards as I run through this. This is based on today's value. I'm just going to run it on TCG Player. It's loading. Alright, so we'll let that load for a second. Alright, so what we have here, I'm going to put these in order of thickness. So we got the promo there, which we'll set up here for now, since we already looked at that. We got two booster packs, which we'll save for the end. We have one Rival of Ixalan's and another 1 Hour of Devastation. Both pretty good sets. So Bristling Hydra. Bristling Hydra, the regular version, we actually have a regular one right here, is 21 cents for the regular printing, and the foil one is 29 cents, it looks like. A true pre-release version, 77 cents. This is not an actual pre-release version. There's no date stamp on the picture. It's just this Kaladesh foil. So we'll set that there. So we're going to cover these, I guess, in order of least to greatest, which this seems to be the obvious order. We have this Sphinx of Magosi rare card here on the top, and it's a rather thin set, so this might be an intro deck. So we'll do M17, Welcome Deck, sorry. Welcome Deck, M17. So we'll look at the card list. Well, actually, we don't need the whole card list. We need the deck list. So we'll do, okay, blue deck. So we're going to assume this is blue deck because there's a blue card on top. Yep, it looks like this is the same deck. So it should be a Sphinx of Magosi, Air Elemental, Angler Drake, Coral Merfolk, Stiller of Secrets, Windrake, Ancient Crab, Nimble Innovator, Drag Under, Inspiration, Sleep Paralysis, 2 Tricks of the Trades, and 13 Island. So we have the one Sphinx of Magosi right here. Windrake. We got one Windrake, which is on the list. Coral Merfolk. We got one of those. You're supposed to have 2 of those. Sleep Paralysis. You're supposed to have 2 of those as well. Islands. These are Amaket Islands. Nice artwork. Ancient Crab, which is on the list. We should get 2 of these as well. Another island. Angler Drake, which was number 3 on the list. Drag Under. It makes more room. Sorry about that. I'm taking my sweet time. 2 Drag Unders. Some more islands over here. There's the other Sleep Paralysis. Another island. Tricks of the Trade. Another enchantment. 2 more islands. Air Elemental. Second card on the list. Island. Ancient Crab. Tricks of the Trade again. Island. Stealer of Secrets. Right there. It's one of those. There's the other Coral Merfolk. Island, Nimble Innovator, After the Ancient Crab, and Drag Under, Paralysis, Tricks of the Trade. There's the inspiration, the other Drag Under. Alright, so the first deck, which is the weakest deck, is the M17 Welcome deck, which is a worthless deck. These are free deck, or they're supposed to be free. Got some glare there. Decks. So let's, I guess let's price the rare and the uncommons, which are these first 3 cards, and see if those are worth anything. They're probably not. They're probably worth a few cents. So Sphinx, Magosi, 15 cents for this rare. Again, not worth very much. Air Elemental. The new printing of Air Elemental looks like it's about 30 cents. Maybe as low as 5 cents depending on the printing. Oh, here we go. I can sort by edition. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot. This card's been reprinted in almost every set. That's amazing. So we'll do Welcome Deck 2017. And this printing is worth, looks like it's valued at 23 cents, but it looks like you can get it for as cheap as 6 cents. And then we'll do Angler Drake. Angler Drake, there we go, 5 cents. It looks like it's low as a penny. So far we have like about, I don't know, less than 50 cents of value in this entire Welcome deck here. Not the reason why, again, not the reason why I spent $30 on the box, and I spent $39 on the box to get a free Welcome deck that was repacked and resold. These are supposed to be free. I've gotten these for free before. So we'll just go ahead and set that to the side, and we'll move on to item number 2. Item number 2 in here, which is probably the second lowest value item in the box, or third if you include the card, the promo card, is this Bristling Hydra deck from Kaladesh. So I'm not sure if this was actually a deck listed deck. So we're going to see. So I'm doing a search on Bristling Hydra deck. I don't see an actual official MTG listing. This is a Planeswalker deck list. Let's open that in a new tab. I don't think there's a Planeswalker in this deck. They would have put that card on top. No, these are Planeswalker deck lists. There's one Planeswalker's deck here with a Bristling Hydra. That was from this set. So hopefully this is not that deck. And actually, I don't think so. This looks like it's a blue-green. With a bunch of, so let's go ahead and let's search for a deck that has Bristling Hydra and Aether Squall Ancient. That's a little more unique. Aether Squall Ancient. So Bristling Hydra, Aether Squall Ancient deck, UG. So it looks like MTG Goldfish has a deck listed. I don't think this is the same one, because this one looks like it's running 4 Aether Squall Ancients, and I don't see that being in here. So this is a deck, a Kaladesh deck. We'll see if there's anything that stands out. So Aether Squall Ancient. So here's something that's interesting. So Bristling Hydra on TCG is about a 20. The card that it's you can get, I think it was like 20 cents is what it's being sold for on average. For as low as 10 cents. So lay that out. Bristling Hydra. Aether Squall Ancient. Again, another pennies. So these are all penny cards. So now we have Verdict Crescendo, which that actually might be worth something, because it gets you, it's a fetch sorcery. It gets you search your land, put it, it's the fetch card for Nissa Nature's Artisan. So know what this is for a Planeswalker deck. This card is. Know what? This is the deck. Sorry. This is the Nissa Nature's Artisan Planeswalker deck without the Planeswalker. So we do have Bristling Hydra, Aether Squall Ancient. We got these 2 Verdant Crescendos, which are for fetching the Planeswalker. Riparian Tiger, 2 Thriving Turtles, 2 Long Tusk Cubs, a Sage of Shayla's Claim, 2 Servants of the Conduit, 4 Terrain Elemental, 2 Thriving Rhinos, a Janjeet Sentry, Imperial Voyager, 3 Guardians of the Great Conduit, 2 Longfin Skywhale, 2 Arborback Stompers, 4 Woodland Streams, a whole lot of forests and islands. There we go. We got some more cards. 3 Attune with Ethers. I guess this is our sideboard, maybe. 2 Appetite for the Unnatural, and 2 Malfunctions. Yeah, I think these are sideboard cards. So, or maybe not, that's 60 cards. So no Planeswalker. So we got all these, but not the Planeswalker. Let's see here if we can do a deck value on it. So if I want to buy this deck, looking at Card Kingdom, the foil version of the Planeswalker is $2.23. Let's go back and see if we can find the actual, I'll do a deck price search. So the deck still sells for, it looks like as low as $14. online. And according to MTG Goldfish, which is being a little bit generous, apparently on MTG Gold, or from Card Kingdom, you can buy all the cards, the entire deck list, for $11.31. The most valuable card in this set looks like it's the Verdict Crescendo, which is valued at 70 cents. So without the Planeswalker, all these cards right here would be about $8 on their own. No value on the secondary market. Actually, Servant of the Conduit is almost $1, wherever that card is. Servant of the Conduit is almost $1. It says 92 cents. So that actually might have some replay value. And here's Servant of the Conduit. So we'll actually set that one aside. Put all the commons together, put the rares on top. So we'll say total resale value out of this deck is maybe $2 for these. That's probably mainly because of its mana ability. It gets charge counters, you pay 1, you get 1 mana of any color. So that's pretty powerful. So set those aside. So we'll say we got about $2 worth of value here so far. All right, deck number 3. We have, this is a Aether Revolt Walking Ballista. Glint Sleeve Siphoner, Scrap Heat Scrounger, Rishgar Pima Renegade. Okay, so I don't know what Gonti Lord of Luxury, so I don't know what deck this is. Oh, we got some Mythic. Virtuous Gear Hulk. Yeah, I don't know what deck this is. It's a green-black artifact. So green-black artifact. Couple different sets and editions in here. We got Aether Revolt, Kaladesh, Hour of Devastation, more Aether Revolt, more Kaladesh, some Ixalan. Ooh, we got a Fatal Push. That's nice. You got some decent mana. Nice. Got a couple of non-basic lands. Alright, so let's try to find out what deck this is. So Walking Ballista deck, maybe? We only got one of those. We also have this Glint Sleeved Siphoner. Look at the Mythic again. The Mythic is the Virtuous Gear Hulk, which is pretty powerful. So let's do a search for Walking Ballista Virtuous Gear Hulk deck. Those seem to be the theme. Walking Ballista Virtuous Gear Hulk deck. Run that search. MTG combo, Virtuous Gear Hulk, Walking Ballista, Winding Constrictor. I don't see Winding Constrictor in here. Oh yeah, there is Winding Constrictor. So I think this is the deck. So we're going to tappedout.com, which is going over the combo of these 3 cards. So there's one deck with it listed, and we'll see if it's the same deck. It's called a Sotai +1/+1 deck. Black house has bristling Hydra in it, apparently. At least in the deck list online, but I didn't see it in here, which is good because I don't want to see that card. Yeah, I didn't see it. Okay, good. Alright, so we'll lay this out. This is not the deck I was looking for, which is fine by me, but it is talking about it. So we have one here, Green Black Snake Landing, deck of the day. Open that. That's from Channel Fireball. I'm trying to find a deck. Green Black Ballista deck, MTG Goldfish. Let's go there. So this is some sort of pre-constructed deck from Magic. From Wizards of the Coast. Oh, this one's close. Alright, yeah, this one is, so this one says it has 5-0 in MTGO competitive league. So let's take a look at this listing here. So the land base, we'll start with the land base, because I think I might have found the deck on Channel Fireball. It's called a green-black, a GB Snake. So Ether Hub, we got 4 Ether Hubs. Check. Foul Orchard's not on the list. Hashep Oasis is on the list, which is the same. Foul Orchard or green-black dual lands. Not on the list, but it looks like that's the replacement for Blooming Marsh. What's Blooming Marsh? Yeah, Blooming Marsh is the better version, much better version of that land. So yeah, they put in the cheap black-green dual land instead of the valuable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 2 extra swamps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 extra forest. So we're missing 3 other lands. Looks like we're missing 2 if near dead lands, which were not included either, which is fine. So we're missing the valuable mana base, which is an easy thing to augment if you wanted to play this deck competitively, because apparently this is a successful deck. So as far as the mana is concerned, we're missing the Blooming Marsh and the If Near Dead lands, which I think I actually have those in my collection. Correct this deck. So let's look at the creatures. So this competitive deck calls for 4 Walking Ballistas. It looks like we have 1. And it also calls for 4 Glint Sleeve Siphoners, and we have 4 of those. There's a call for the Scrap Heap Scrounger. So Scrap Heap Scrounger is not on this list. So it doesn't look like it has the colorless cards. But it does have the Rishkar Renegade, which this deck actually has 3 of them, even though this deck list calls for 2. Don't see a Dream Stealer on the deck list. Or Gonti, Lord of Luxury. He's not on the deck list either. But there is 2 Virtuous Gearhulks, and we have 2 Virtuous Gearhulks as well. Or 3, actually. We actually have 3 of them. Oh no, Gonti, Lord of Luxury is sideboard. Okay, so we do have Gonti, but it's on sideboard, so we'll put him over on sideboard. We still don't have Dream Stealer, though. Dream Stealer is not on the list. Hour of Glory, also not on the list. Long Tusked Cub, the +1/+1 charge counters. So it looks like this competitive deck is a modified version of this deck. So we do get the 4 Winding Constrictors. So let's put all the cards that are supposed to be in this deck on top, and the ones that are not on bottom. Blossoming Defense. So we got 3 of these. We seem to be running extra. We got 4 of those actually, sorry. Walk the Plank. The Sorcery, not on the list. And Fatal Push, we have 1. This calls for 4, and also 3. So there's some significant differences here in the value and price. So the deck online that most closely resembles this actually calls for the more valuable dual lands, the Blooming Marshes. It also calls for Jadelight Ranger, Merfolk Branchwalker, Ravenous Chupacabra, Ripjaw Raptor, and 3 more Walking Ballistas, as well as 3 more Fatal Pushes. It also calls for 3 Vraska's Contempts, 2 Crooked Combinations, 3 Duresses, a Lifecrafter's Bestiary, 2 Lost Legacies, 2 Naturalize, 1 Path of Discovery, and also Vraska Relic Seeker. So you have about half the deck here. not quite enough to even make this leap. So I feel like I am short. And none of these lists seem to be close enough. Most of these lists that I'm looking at for these other variations of this deck get close, but they're not the same. There's even a Planeswalker version. So let's go back to TCG. We'll look up the value of these rares. So we have 3, 4, 5. We'll look up the top row here. Also Scrap Teeth Scrounger, Hour of Glory. There's a lot of rares in here. A significant amount. Destroy target non-merfolk creature. That might be worth something. We'll look all these up real quick. First off, we'll look up Ether Hub. So Ether Hub comes in at 10 cents. Okay, so worthless. Great. Next, we'll look up Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista is oh, here we go. Walking Ballista. There we go. That's a $10 hit. Finally, so now we got $2 plus $10, so our total of $12. There we go. That's why they only have 1 Walking Ballista in here. It's the cheapest you can get it is about $10 shipped. TCG has it market priced at $13.48 for this version of the card. So there we go. We got a $10 card. Beautiful. Let's see what else we got in this one. Glint-Sleeve Siphoner, which is this card right here. 10 cents. 10 cent rare. We'll set that to the side. RISH Rishkar Pima Renegade, which is this card right here. 22 cents. Set to the side. We're not making our money back yet. So we'll do Winding Constrictor. Winding Constrictor. Loading. So here's Winding Constrictor. Looks like there's only 1 printing of it, but it looks like you can get this card for 10 cents online. Lightly played. So not worth it. Next, Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Fluctuates. This between 15 and 30 cents. Again, not worth it. Not worth it. Not sellable. Virtuous Gearhulk. Virtuous Gearhulk. That's how we'll pronounce it. 63 cents. As low as 47. That's for a damaged one. About 50-cent card. Not worth it. Okay, not worth the effort to try to resell. So we're not coming up that great right now. Looks like we have 1 card that was worth something. We'll look up these uncommons. Blooming Defense. Did I spell that right? Oh, Blossoming Defense, not Blooming. Throw in some S's in there. So Blossoming Defense. Target creature you control gets 2/2, hexproof till end of turn. About 40 cents. Not horrible. Has some playability. No resellability though. Fatal Push. Fatal Push is a good card. I like Fatal Push. Uncommon. 1 black. Destroy target creature if its converted mana cost is 2 or less. Destroy that creature if it has converted mana cost of 4 or less. Instead of a permanent you control, let the battlefield this turn. This card is worth $4. So that's a good hit. It's a $4 uncommon. We'll throw that in the stack. We are currently up to $16 here. So about half the value of our box in these 4 cards. Moving along. Scrap Heat Scrounger. What are you worth? Scrap Head. Oh no, Scrap Heap. Can't pronounce anything. So we'll go Scrap Heap Scrounger. Pull up the card. 20 cents. Not worth anything. Cool card though. Hour of Glory. I don't recall this card. So Hour of Glory is 3 in a black. For exile target creature. That creature was a god. Its controller reveals his or her hand and exiles all cards from that with the same name as that creature. Very limited use. It looks like you get it for like 3 cents. It's a narrow. This was definitely built to target a specific deck. That's probably part of some sort of set. Not a common use case scenario for that card. This is another uncommon. I think everything in this deck was uncommons and rares, which is interesting. Not that they're worth anything, but interesting that that was the case. So Long Tusk Cub, loading. Kaladesh, 4 cents, not worth anything. Next, we got 2 cards left, Dream Stealer and Walk the Plank. So we'll go to Dream Stealer. It's one word. Dream Stealer. So Dream Stealer, Menace. It's a 2 in a black Menace. Whenever Dream Stealer deals combat damage to a player, that player discards that many cards and has internalized. It's worth about 10 cents. And last but not least, or maybe least, Walk the Plank. Type in Walk the Plank. Walk the Plank is 2 black. Destroy target non-Merfolk creature. It's about 10 cents. Alright, so nothing else in there has really has any worthwhile resale value. So we'll stick this stack off to the side. But this is what we're at so far before we crack open the Commander deck. About $16 here. So we need to make another 14 to get our money back in cards. But I imagine we might exceed that with this. So here we are. This is the Inala Archmage Ritualist Commander deck with premium foils, which may have been the only way these commander cards were, the mythic commanders were printed, and to begin with, but still, they are mythic foils. So we're going to start off with Inala Archmage Ritualist, which is our main commander. I'll throw this, that's a mythic foil, I'll throw this right into a side-loading sleeve. And you can take a look at that. I think it's MTG 2017 commander. It's a 2 blue, black, and red eminence. When another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control, if Inala Archmage Ritualist is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you may pay 1 if you do create a token that's a copy of that wizard. The token gains haste, exile it at the beginning of your next end step. Tap 5 untapped wizards you control. Target player loses 7 life. Interesting. So we'll set that down right here. Next one, next foil, Kess Dissident Mage. It's a 3/4/1 blue, black, red. Flying. During each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If a card cast this way would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. That's a nice ability as well. I like that. So we'll put Kess Dissident Mage inside a sleeve as well. Marsil the Pretender, 1 blue, black, red. When Marsil the Pretender enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand or graveyard and put a cage counter on it. Marsil the Pretender has all activated abilities of all cards you own in exile with a cage counter on them. You may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. That's interesting. That's an interesting mechanic that you could try to exploit. You definitely have to build around it. So those are our 3 commanders right there. Go ahead and check out their values. Hopefully they're worth more than just a couple dollars individually. So we'll start with Inala Archmage Ritualist. And Inala Archmage Ritualist looks like 45 cents. You can get it 45 cents. Lightly played foil. Now this one is pristine, new, mint foil. Here we go. Kess Dissident Mage. Here we go. $6.69. That's a winner. So we'll set you up here. Take a null over here. $6.69. That's a hit. So let's look at Marcel the Pretender. And Marcel the Pretender goes for 44 cents. Not worth the paper you're printed on. But Kess Dissident Mage is $6. So great. So next in this commander deck, we have tokens. Zombie tokens. Lots of them. So I see a theme, and the other side of the tokens are double-sided. Is gold. Lots of gold. Nice to see. Alright, let's set that aside. So we're starting off with Ragdos Charm. You got a lot of cards here. These are all singletons. It's going to take a long time to go through these. I also have some commander, what's it called? Some staples in here for commander. I want to price these. Let's see if I can pull up the entire price list online for this deck, so we can save some time here. It's the Inala, I-N-A-L-L-A, Archmage Ritualist deck list value. I guess we'll do it from MTG Goldfish. MTG Goldfish seems to be a little generous with their pricing or their values, but it will tell us the difference between a something that's worthless and something that actually has a little bit of value. So let me find the deck. I'm on the site right now, scrolling down. This one's called Arcane Wizardry. It's Commander. Came out 2017. All right, so according to MTG Goldfish, it prices a Nala at over $1, even though TCG had it at under $1. So this is an instance. Let's see here if we how this list is organized. Rakdos Charms, 28 cents. Bloodline Necromancers. Can I sort this by value? I'm signed MTG Goldfish. Sign in, please. All right, why are you taking me to that one? All right, let's do a Nala. What was the name of the deck? Shoot, I can't remember the name of the deck. This video is going to have to be edited. Alright, so we'll click Buy from Card Kingdom. We'll build the cart and then we'll sort that. So we'll see what it actually costs to buy it today. We'll go through the process of building a cart for this deck. Oh my goodness, I have to go through and select? No, I'm not doing that. Alright, I'm just going to scan through the list. Okay, so Kess Dissident Mage over $6. Great. Marcel over $1. Okay, Vindictive Lich. Let's find that card. That card is valued at Vindictive over $2. So it's more than a $2 card. Vindictive Lich, $2 card. Alright, so we're at $8. Next card. Not a whole lot of value here. A lot of these things are nearing $1. Try to want to get it to. I guess we'll do things that are over $1. Otherwise, we're never going to get any money on this. So let's bring Marcel back. Might be able to get $1 for him since he's mint. Vindictive Lich is $2. Heaven Ghoul Lich is a $1 card. Next $1 card. Don't see it. Next $1 card is Go for the Throats. That's a spell. Here it is. Go for the Throat. $1 card. Destroy target non-artifact creature for 2. That's pretty good. Next one is Terminates. Terminate, destroy target creature. So a lot of this is removal. Chaos Warp is the next one. Chaos Warp. There we go. $1 card. $1.50. Interesting. Alright, Kindred Dominance. That's almost a $7 card. Let's find that one. Kindred Dominance. There it is. Choose a creature type to destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen type. Nice. It's 5 and 2 black to play it though. Next one is Decree of Pain. Sounds like a black card. So Decree of Pain is $2. There it is, $2 card. Next card. Soul Ring. Soul Ring is $3. Nice. So there's Soul Ring, $3 card. Fel Warstone, a $1 card. Commander Sphere, another $1 card. Niveral's Disc, also supposed to be an artifact, and that's a $1 card. So where is it? There it is, a $1 card. Okay, so Curse of Opulence is an enchantment, is a $5 enchantment. There it is, $5 enchantment, Curse of Opulence. And Command Tower is the last $1 card, I think. I just pass it. Command Tower, Command Tower, Command Tower, Command Tower. Oh, I think it's a land. There it is, Command Tower, it's a land. Yep. Command Tower is $1. Next on the list, final thing, Path of Ancestry, which I'm not sure what that. Oh, it's a land. There it is, Path of Ancestry. It's a $5 card. So these are all the cards with resale value that we have in this deck. And try to organize this a bit. It's a $6, $5. Curse of Opulence is also, I think, a $5. Most of these other ones are all $1. Soul Ring's a $3. It's like a $3 one. I can't remember what Kindred Dominance was valued at. That's a sorcery. Scroll up. Oh, Kindred Dominance is a $7 card. It's actually the most valuable card in this deck. So 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus 5 is 18. Plus, what was the value of Curse of Opulence? Another 5. 18 plus 5 is 23. Plus $3 for Soul Ring is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So we have $37 here of value in the Commander deck. And then we had this for these previous cards. I think what we said, this was $16 more. So that puts us at $53 of value in resale value, potentially. So I'm going to put this back together in order of value. Keeping the Commander deck together because I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it or not, or sell the valuable card. But we're at about $53 right now. So we've exceeded the cost of the box, which I guess is the least we could ask for. Put these tokens back. Put it in the box. Alright, next. Last but not least, the 2 booster packs. So these booster packs unopened have a value of about $4 a piece. So that's $8 right here. So also this pushes, with these unopened, this pushes the value of the box to $61. Essentially doubling the sticker price of $29.99. So we're sitting pretty good. So as soon as we crack these, if we don't get any good pulls, we essentially lose that value. But if we get a good pull, then we might get it back. And this is the, actually I'll save that one for next. That's Our Devastation. We'll do the Rivals of Ixalan first. There we go. So we have the commons, Divine Verdict, River Darter. There we go, Fanatical Firebrand. That's a good card right there. Knight of the Stampede, Recover, Plummet, Mutiny, Gleaming Barrier, Cleansing Ray, Forerunner of the Herald, Charging Tuscadon is our first third uncommon. Ethereal Blow, the fourth. And then we have here, we actually got a foil rare. Nice. Dire Fleet Daredevil, a 2/1 for strike for 1 in a red. When it enters the battlefield, exile target insert sorcery card from opponent's graveyard. You may cast this card this turn, and you may spend mana, silver mana of any type to cast that spell. If that card would be put into a graveyard this turn, exile instead. That's powerful. Holy smokes. The first strike, the vanilla 2/1 is pretty good. Then the first strike ability is even better. Let's go ahead and look up this card. See what value it at. Dire Fleet Daredevil. And it is a $2 rare. That's just for the regular one. See what the foil version goes for. So the pre-release version is $12 or $8. So let's filter for foil. See what we have for foil. Regular foil. Oh, here we go. Near mint foil, $8. So that's an $8 hit. Go ahead and put it in a sleeve. Nice. So $8. So we got back the price, the value of our booster boxes. We're still at $61 total value. Can't remember what Fanatical Firebrand. That's probably a 10-cent card, but it's one that's commonly played. All right, and we also have this selector card here. Oh, and another rare. That's what this card's for. Fanatical Firebrand is a 10-cent card. Okay, so I don't know if any of these other cards. I'll check that. Let me check the uncommons just to make sure I'm not completely missing something here of value. I'll check everything anyways, but let me check it right now. Arterial Flow. Arterial Flow is a 30-cent uncommon. Charging Tuscadon, which is 3 and 2 red. Trample for 4 for 5 is a 40-cent uncommon. And then Forerunner of the Heralds, which is 3 and a green. As you search for Merfolk cards, input counters on them is 50 cents. Okay, so not really any value here. That one right there, $8. It's a nice hit. So we'll look up this final one, which is Golden Guardian. Say 4/4 defender for 4. Artifact creature fights target creature. Golden Guardian fights another target creature you control. When Golden Guardian dies this turn, return to the battlefield transformed, and it transforms into a land, Goldforge Garrison. Add 2 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. Wow. Or create a 4/4 colorless golem artifact creature token for 4. That is quite OP. That is quite powerful. Let's see what this card is valued at. This might be something, or I could just be completely misreading it. Let's see. I am misreading it. The foil version is worth about $1. This version of the card is only about 40 cents. Pre-release version is about $5. Okay, so not really worth anything. Still a nice card though. I like it. All right, Hour of Devastation booster pack. Alright, Dauntless Haven, Blur of Blaze, Unquenchable Thirst, Lurching Rock Beast, Frilled Sandwalla, Torment of Venom, Graven Abomination, Steadfast Sentinel, Desert of the True. Can't remember if deserts have any values. These here, so you can see them. There we go. So Desert of the True. Got the land right here. DESERT of the True. Desert of the True, this printing, 27 cents, not terrible. Life goes on. Here we go, Bloodwater Entity. It's a 1 blue red, Flying Prowess. Ooh, Prowess is good. And you can return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to the top of your library. I like that. That might be worth something. Bloodwater Entity, good in some sort of control. It's 50 cents. Struggle. Struggle deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control for 3 mana. So you're at least doing 3 damage. That might be a pretty good, it's a pretty efficient removal, especially later in the game. And then the aftermath of it for 1 and a green. Each player shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library. I like that as well. It's a 30-cent card. Dune Diviner, or Diviner. Dune Diviner, 14 cents. Torment of Hellfire. That is our rare. Torment of Hellfire. I can't remember how much this card's worth. I think it might be a $6 card. Let me look it up. Torment of Hellfire is it looks like a $5 card. $5 for regular printing, 10 or more for foil. Pre-release seems to be going less than a regular foil. Yeah, it looks like it's about $5. Not bad. Okay, so not great, not terribly great. So I will say we're about $65. Be a little conservative. That's if we're able to resell the cards of value. So that's it. That's all the cards in this set. So if you consider buying this box set, go back to the beginning video and see how it was packed. Not all the. I've seen different ones of these that are packed differently, where they pack them left to right, front to back. You got to check for the thickness of that deck, for that commander deck. The commander deck is where the bulk of your value lies. As you see, I went through the whole thing. The most valuable cards were from the commander deck. I think we had only a couple cards, and these were the couple other cards, not including, those are 2 from the booster pack. These are the cards from all the other decks, and these all came from, I think, one deck, if I remember. No, this came from the first one. These both came from another deck. These are only other cards of any other resale value that were not in the commander deck, and those only got us about halfway to the value of the box. So, long story short, might be worth it. Maybe only if you get the one with the commander deck. I might get one of the ones without the commander deck and see what is actually within those. But I don't have high hopes for its content. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm Sean T.D. Stewart, the Home Gamer, and this is me cracking a box, for lack of a better term. Have a great day.